community, a pet rescue clinic based in Pittsford is putting puppies with families, with children who are dealing with some of the same things that they are.
Yeah, it's called the Cleft Rescue Unit, and this morning our Christian Garzone is checking them out. He's in Pittsford live for us this morning. Christian, we need to see these little guests that you have.
I know you're a big fan of the Puppy Bowl, Dan, and everything like that. This is a wonderful operation here for dogs with special needs. I'm here with Miss Weissman, and this is what's her name again?
Fiona.
This is Fiona. Talk about what you do. You have many dogs like this.
Yes.
She's only 4 days old, right?
She's only 4 days old. So my name's Lindsay Weissman. We started Cleft Rescue Unit in April of 23. The rescue is founded because we were hoping to pair children who are cleft affected with puppies who also have clefts.
And some of the needs you see here, like they have feeding issues, things like that. They're small.
Right. So when we get these babies, they are usually, it has to be the day they're born. They have a cleft on the top of their mouth, which is basically an opening, the very roof of their mouth. So when they nurse on their mom, the milk would go into the nasal cavity and they have a high risk of aspiration. So we get these puppies from vet hospitals, from owner surrenders, from breeders, from shelters, from everywhere, all over the United States, and they come to us and we try to get them the day they're born so that we can tube feed them. Excellent. Which I'll show you guys later. It's a little, it's a very quick procedure. They don't, it doesn't bother them at all, but that's how we feed them to ensure that they can grow and stay healthy and not risk aspiration.
It's still a process. So let's go around the room here. Let's take a look. I got to duck over the chandelier here, but Miss, your name?
Corey Noggle.
Corey, and you?
Teresa Avanzato.
Teresa.
Rebecca Shaw.
Well, you got some friends here. Who's this little guy or gal, I should say?
This is June. She is almost 6 weeks old. She has a cleft palate, and we've had her since she was a day old.
Goodness gracious. And how rewarding is this to do, to be a part of this mission?
Oh, it's so rewarding, especially when you get to see the smiles on the kids' faces who see a puppy that looks like them, and it just brings tears to your eyes.
I bet it does. And you, Miss, who's this friend here you have? Do we know?
I'm
Chance.
That is Chance. This is Chance. Beautiful dog. What's it like holding these puppies every day? It's got to be therapeutic for, canine and human alike.
It is. It's wonderful. It's just the most rewarding thing to be able to help these puppies. And Lindsay's doing an amazing job with Cleft Rescue.
Y'all are doing an amazing job. This whole base of operations here, it's like a sort of a bat cave, I joked, for this whole mission here. We'll be back here all morning long. I'll send it right back to you guys right now.
Christian, I want to take little baby June home.
Yeah,
already.
So cute.
You want to take baby June home?
Yeah.
Well, that one's June. This one's June over here.
That one's June. Yep. Oh my.
Baby June is looking for her new family.
She's looking for a new family and a snuggler, I'm told, too, right?
Oh my.
Very cuddly.
A real snuggler, real snuggle.
All right, good to know. Thank you. 7:06 this morning, and in your community, we are continuing to spend time with an organization putting some puppies with specific health needs with some loving families. The Cleft Rescue Unit has assembled just for us this morning to introduce us to their animals. Christian Garzone live with them in Pittsford. Christian, who do we have there?
Yeah, who is this? Refresh me again.
So this is Benson. And he was born, I believe, on 2/4. Yep, so he has, I can try to show you guys. Don't be offended. He does not get too upset. He has a pretty bad cleft palate.
A cleft palate
So we got him the day he was born. He was born via C-section. A lot of French bulldogs and English bulldogs need to have C-sections for their babies. And so when they're in the vet hospital, they give us a call and say, we have a puppy born that needs to go to rescue. We tube feed these puppies between every 2 to 4 hours, depending on their size and how they do with the tube. That's the only way to safely feed them, to ensure that they will be able to grow and thrive.
And thrive.
Yeah.
So you're a rescue that deals with, cleft palates and things like that, but there's a whole gamut of things you treat. There's dogs with eye issues, with things like that. Talk about what you do here.
So our mission Originally, we were founded in 2023. Our mission was to work with craniofacial organizations and work with families of children who are cleft affected to pair our puppies with them, eventually either through adoption or just going to events so that, you know, we can share the joy of these special puppies with people that really enjoy seeing puppies who look like them, or even just feel connected to them.
Sure, sure. Well, there's so much
So
more.
this puppy has a cleft palate. We have, let's see, another baby in here.
Hey, Fred,
This
here we
is
go.
Harley,
Good morning,
named
Harley.
after one of our fabulous vet techs who sent him to us.
Is it a snow leopard? It looks like a snow
He
leopard.
does look like a snow leopard. He actually is currently battling an eye infection. We have that frequently with these babies. They sometimes scratch their eyes when they're moving around. He also has a cleft palate, so he needs to be tube fed. We have Fiona.
Hey,
Fiona was...
Oh, goodness. From Ohio.
All three of these were from Ohio. Fiona was brought to us with a deformed, they said she had a deformed skull. We believe she might have just been premature. She's actually doing fantastic.
Goodness gracious.
We do take a bunch of other special needs puppies as well. We have puppies. Well, I can introduce these babies. This is Shadow, June, Vinny, Hogan.
Hogan, the troublemaker.
Hogan is the troublemaker.
He was running around.
You want to go down, buddy? You can go down and play.
On the floor, yeah.
Yeah, you can play. Hi, bud. Come here.
So did these dogs had issues with them as well, correct?
So every one of these dogs does have a cleft palate, except for the two that we have that were with their mom. The mom ended up needing to, she had mastitis, so she was unable to nurse, so we had to split the puppies, and they went to fosters who were capable of caring for them at their age. But we do take a lot of different special needs. We take cerebellar hypoplasia, which is an underdeveloped cerebellum where the puppy is born and their balance is like they're uncoordinated, they're unbalanced. They look really shaky and wobbly. We can get them to a point where they're able to walk around and do a fantastic job. I'm sorry, Simon.
There's a whole list of things you guys do. The mission is so important. We're going to have a lot more here from their headquarters in Pittsford. This is Victor proper. Just sort of straddles both worlds.
Victor, yes.
Well, more coming up. Yeah, more coming up in the next half hour. Stay tuned to Channel 13. I'll send it right back to you guys in the studio. Look at these pups.
Chris, I called you Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Christian.
You called me Chris. It's Chris. You know, it's okay. It's all quite all right, Dan.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, my friend.
741 happening in your community. An animal rescue unit is working specifically with dogs with cleft palates and pairing them with families who can help. They're holding a special gathering this morning to talk about what they do, and Christian Garzone is live this morning with them. Christian, what's going on?
Hey, Abby, good morning. I'm here with Jack, Hogan, Avery, and Shimmer. Now, Jack here, 15 years old, right? You had a cleft lip and palate, correct? Talk about that. When you were paired up with a dog with a sort of similar special needs there.
Yeah, it's really special to be paired up with a puppy with a cleft lip and palate, and it's very cool.
How did it make you feel to have that bond together with a dog, and you guys got a similar thing going on there?
It felt cool because you have a puppy that has a cleft lip and cleft palate, and it's just special.
You've got Hogan here, correct?
Yeah.
Hogan's your best buddy. He's a little bit of a troublemaker, though, I've noticed.
Like me. I'm a troublemaker.
They're both a couple of good pair right there. Good. Can you say hi, Hogan? Can you say hello? They usually have like the heavy breathing or whatever. Avery, you got Shimmer right over here. Talk about Jack's your son. Talk about that connection that you saw as a mother with your son having a dog and that special bond.
It was really great. It was a sort of a real full circle moment for our family to connect with a puppy with the same cleft affected history as my son. And we, had read an article about it years and years ago, and we were both really moved by the idea of adopting a puppy with a cleft. It's been such a huge part of our family's story. So to complete that was incredible. It was really neat, and it has been a really neat journey for us to then become involved with the rescue.
And what do you do here? I imagine you do a number of things.
Well, we, get these puppies at birth, and we tube feed and care for them. The medical parts have been a learning curve for me. Lindsay's been an incredible teacher, and in all honesty, what we do is we love them. You know, we give them everything that we can give them that their moms aren't available to do for them. So they're really special puppies because they're raised by humans. They're very connected to people, and they're very social, and they have, you know, their little foster siblings that they're raised with, and it's a really neat opportunity for us to be involved with this.
It really is. I give you guys a lot of credit. And look at her. She's just so sweet. Look at, and I love her, just the pattern she has there with the fur. It's really very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to shift over here to Dr. Clint Morrison and Dr. Aaron, your last name again?
Shope.
Shope. It should be easy enough to remember. Doctor, talk about the events. You are one of the people behind pairing some of these young people up with dogs that also have similar conditions.
Yeah, Dr. Shope and I are both a part of the Cleft and Craniofacial program at the University of Rochester, and we're really fortunate. Every summer we get together 300 or 400 of our patients and families that are born with cleft and craniofacial conditions, and we've been fortunate to be able to partner with this charity to be able to bring dogs who are also affected by cleft lip and palate to the event so that our kids can meet animals who are born with the same conditions as them. And it's been a really special moment for us to be able to partner those kids together at these special events.
Those first moments when a child with a cleft lip and palate is paired with a dog, what's that look like, sort of outsider looking in?
Yeah, as an outsider looking in, it's super special to see our patients light up and identify with a puppy who has a similar condition to their own. It's something that is potentially a visible difference, and for them to see that in a puppy and play with them and connect with them, it's a really, really special connection. And the event we hold with this organization is really, really unique and special, and I feel so lucky that we have the Cleft Rescue Unit in Rochester.
And when you say event, does this take place annually? Is it something that we can come to? Like,
yeah, it's annually. Actually, this summer it's going to be at Seabreeze, and the kids will have the opportunity to get together, but also do all the rides and the fun stuff that happens there, too. So.
That's a nice pairing. It's like wine and cheese. Very good. Seabreeze, you got everything there. The kids can go run around and play. What dogs do we have here? Who's this guy?
This is Colson.
And what afflicts Colson here? What does Colson have?
Colson was born with a cleft palate, and Colson's doing awesome. It sounds like Colson's going to get adopted to a new family today, so it's an exciting day for Colson.
He's giving me.
I'm going to interrupt.
Yeah.
Colson is still available.
Oh, Colson's still available.
Hogan's getting adopted to a new family. They do look identical, so it's very hard to tell. But Colson will eventually be looking for his mommy and daddy and new family, and same with June.
And Lindsay, how can people find out more information about your program?
So we're on Facebook at Cleft Rescue Unit. We're on Instagram at Crew Rescue, same thing, Cleft Rescue Unit. We also have our own website at crewrescue.com. My number is on there, and we, whenever our puppies are ready, we will put them on our Facebook pages and on our Instagram pages with a link for adoption and bios.
And you're always looking for people to help foster, volunteer, things like that?
Definitely looking for people who are willing to help transport, people we always need any sort of funding, or people that want to do fundraisers for us. We'll bring our puppies there and come to groups, but really our priority is working with craniofacial programs such as the one that Clint and Aaron run.
Very good. We'll talk more about all this stuff next hour. Send it back to you guys in the studio right now.
Christian, one is cuter than the next. I can't even get over it. Look at him.
They're all cute. I know. Look at that. Yeah.
I don't know how
Beautiful
you're going to be able to come back to the station without like 2 in your pocket. Christian, thanks so much.
Or seeing my dog at lunchtime. She's going to be so jealous. She'll smell all the dogs on me. Yeah.
Yes. All right, Christian. Thank you.
Welcome back. This morning we're highlighting one local organization that's caring for puppies with specific health needs and looking for some loving families to take them in.
Yeah, the Cleft Rescue Unit has assembled just for us this morning to introduce us to some of their animals. And Christian Garzone is live with them this morning. Christian, that is a baby.
Who's
right
that other
there.
one?
Eyes aren't even open.
It is. This is a baby. And Lindsay, what's the baby's name here?
This is Benson.
And Benson has a severe cleft. Can you show the audiences real quick that if we can get her to open up?
He sometimes doesn't like opening his mouth, but do you see how wide that cleft is? I'm sorry, baby. On the left-hand side. So we occasionally will have puppies that we feel would best thrive with a cleft repair. It is very rare. The majority of our puppies, almost all of these puppies, that we get, I would say maybe 1 out of 100 needs their cleft repaired because they will not have a very full quality of life. So that being said, when that is the case, we reach out to our wonderful surgeons that really allow us to continue our rescue in order to, repair these puppies that don't do well transitioning to kibble, don't do well drinking water on their own. And we will reach out to Dr. Clint Morrison and Dr. Bruce Ingersoll and Dr. Aaron Shope.
What a team here. This is a wonderful tree, the holy trinity of this, this specialty. Sir, Doctor, you see these kinds of things often or not when they come in?
I'd say in an average year, we probably fix somewhere between 4 and 6 pallets on the dog population here in Rochester.
And at Cleft, like they have challenges like Lindsay was saying, chewing, digesting food, taking food in. Is that usually what it's all about?
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, this is a collaboration with Lindsay and with our veterinary colleagues like Dr. Bruce here to help make those decisions around which dogs will benefit from repair. It's been a really awesome collaboration because as someone who has expertise in the human population and taking care of clefts as a plastic surgeon, I have the opportunity to work with Dr. Bruce here and his team who can help keep the dog safe during surgery and use their expertise to get the dog safely through the entire process. And so it's become a really fantastic way to give these dogs the best outcomes that we can. And it's been a really cool way for us to get to work together and sort of build these community relationships.
And Dr. Bruce, you're fresh off emergency surgery, are you not?
Yeah, this morning I had to go into the new emergency hospital and do a surgery before I came here.
And you specialize in canines, correct? Or am I?
Cats and dogs, yeah. So that's where I do most of my work.
So once something, and we're talking about clefts pretty heavy, once something like that is sealed up, that is like not a free pass. How do I put it? They're healed. They can eat, they can take in food, they can live a normal life, correct?
Exactly. So, and like Lindsay was saying, some of them are relatively small and we don't have to worry about them too much, but when they're bigger, they can have all kinds of, respiratory issues, et cetera, with them, swallowing issues when they get older, instead of being like tube fed that these guys do. So it just really improves the quality of their life and decreases the chances of them having some pretty significant emergency.
Yeah, and Jen, we talked about this one. What's her name?
She doesn't have a name yet.
No name.
That is part of our excitement today. We are running a naming contest because we did just take this puppy a couple of days ago. She has a grade 5 heart murmur.
That should be our ARC poll of the day. What's the name?
Right, so we have a naming contest running on our Facebook at Cleft Rescue Unit and on our Instagram. Any donation in her name, and you can select a name and we're going to pick it out of a hat. We haven't had enough name choices yet, but when we do, we'll pick it out. I want to just reiterate that Dr. Clint Morrison and Dr. Aaron Shope are human surgeons, and they are doing this above and beyond their regular job. This is completely volunteer on their part and
pro bono.
Yes, and they donate their time and their expertise, and we are incredibly selective, obviously, with that as they change children's lives daily.
Aaron, what's it feel like when you're able to do this sort of work, volunteer for free? That's got to be rewarding for you as well.
Yes, it's really, really rewarding to work beyond our human population as well, and to help make connections between our patients who are human and our puppy patients as well. Beautiful. But really, it's our plastic surgeons who do the bulk of the work. But hopefully these puppies don't need much dental work, which is my expertise.
Oh, right. So, it's all important work. It's all important. It's all part of the being well and everything. Well, what a wonderful group of doctors and foster parents here and dogs. What an important mission. We got to go to commercial break right now, but I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Oh my gosh,
I can't
Christian,
even get over it.
Can you, if you can, put a couple of these pups in your pocket?
Yeah.
And just bring them back for us, because
they're telling me to put pups in my pockets for them. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate it. Time right now, 8:22. When we come back, we are bringing you some of the top local, national, and international headlines that we're following.
Your ARC Rochester news break up next.
On 8:40, welcome back. An animal rescue unit is working specifically with dogs with cleft palates, caring for them while searching for the perfect family to pair them with.
They certainly are. They came together specifically for us this morning to show us a little more about what they do. Christian Garzone is live with the group and with the pups this morning. Christian, how's it going?
Hey, good morning, guys. Here with Lindsay Weissman, who really is I think the head of this organization in many respects, the head honcho, at least in this room. This is your house, actually. These dogs have these cleft issues and other issues as well. Right. What are the prospects for these dogs if they don't get treatment?
So the reason I started our rescue, founded it in April 23, was because spreading awareness about special needs rescue is very important to me. Oftentimes, puppies with cleft palates, cleft lips, or any special needs are recommended to be euthanized. So with our rescue, we try to give every puppy a chance. Primarily, we take cleft lip and cleft palate, but we will take every disability. We take swimmer syndrome, cerebellar hypoplasia, we take hydrocephalus. There's a bunch of different, special needs that we will accept to try to give them the best shot that they can.
Otherwise, they could be...
Frequently, vets and breeders and shelters often kind of turn to euthanasia because they aren't sure how to treat specific special needs, and they really don't have someone out there who's trained to treat special needs. So now, with our rescue, we're hoping to spread the awareness and have people call us whenever they have a special needs puppy, and we'll give it our all. We have fantastic vets. Kathy is actually one of the vets that we get in with. She works at Storybook Farm. Jen works over at York Animal Hospital. They treat special needs for us anytime. They get us in immediately. But
and they come from all over the country, some of these
They come from all over the country. Our puppies, we use Underbone Railroad, which is
the Underbone Railroad.
A transport network. My foster in Ohio, Linda Skonieczny. I can't say her name, I'm sorry, Linda.
Well, it sounds really Eastern European.
It's very hard to say. Skonieczny, I think. She is the one that always, she will hold our puppies in Ohio for us every single time. But we get these puppies on this transport network. I have my dream team of drivers, I call them. 5 drivers. They drive for me every single week. They bring leg to leg to leg. This is one of our puppies that is tube fed. We have to feed him around the clock, similar to all of our babies.
Show us how that works.
We have Vinny, we have Harley. All of these puppies have been fed every 2 to 3 hours around the clock.
That's a constant feeding.
It is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's like me.
It's a passion. It's definitely a passion. So with Benson, the way that you would tube feed, and I'm going to show you this, and I want you to understand this does not hurt the puppy. They cannot eat otherwise. Their cleft prevents them from naturally nursing on their mom, which is why we take them so early. We do not want them to be away from their moms. Yeah. This is how we do it. We get the puppy, we put them right on the scale. So we see that this puppy weighs around 10.9 ounces.
Wow.
The way that you measure is we have a tube. You put the tube at the very end of the mouth. You run it down their body until you pass the ribs where it gets a little mushy, and then you mark it. I don't have a pen on me, but I do know the number is going to be 14. I now know that the puppy weighed around 10 ounces. So I have my formula already warmed up. I'm going to put in around 10 cc's in my tube. I screw it on so that it doesn't come off. And then I hold the puppy. I dip it in a little bit so that we get the puppy to think that they're nursing.
Of course.
And then I open the mouth, and you'll see usually the legs start going. We call it happy feet. And the puppy swallows the tube. There's no pain. It's just like if you were swallowing food. They don't know any different. I hold it, and I slowly depress the formula through the tube right into the puppy's tummy. See how the little feet go? It almost feels like they're nursing. I pinch the tube, pull it right out. Puppy's been fed.
He's a full belly right now.
Full belly baby, yes.
And we're also talking about some funding here for heart surgery, things like that, for our no-name friend over here, right?
Yes, so we run our rescue special needs division of New to You Rescue. Yeah. It is called Cleft Rescue Unit, but we run it with New to You Rescue as the parent organization. We did just take a puppy who does not have a cleft, but has a grade 5 heart murmur. This puppy is most likely going to need heart surgery and definitely specialty care. So that is exceptionally expensive.
How can people help with the
So
cost?
we have a PayPal on our website. It's crewrescue.com. We have a Facebook page, Cleft Rescue Unit. We have an Instagram, Crew Rescue. And we love any sort of donation whatsoever. Every donation right now is going to go specifically towards her care. But we do have a naming contest that we're running where she is any name, any donation can be a name suggestion, and we're going to pull the names out of the hat at the end and decide what her name's going to be. And all of your naming suggestions will go directly towards her cardiac care.
And you need help with volunteers, things like that as well.
Right, so we can always use transport networks. If anyone ever has a group at their school or wants to run a fundraiser, we will bring our puppies anytime. We really love getting involved in the community. You know, we love primarily working with children who are cleft affected and craniofacial organizations around the country. We've traveled to Vanderbilt, Monroe Carroll Junior Hospital and worked with their craniofacial team. We've traveled to New York City. We work with Smile Train. We work with My Face. So all of these events are really just allowing us to work with other organizations.
Thank you so much, ladies, for the time today. I really appreciate it. A very important cause. Again, that website for folks.
The website is crewrescue.com, but I would say the majority of our stories are on our Facebook page, which is Cleft Rescue Unit.
Excellent. I've not hit my head on this chandelier once all day, but I'm going to step aside. Did hit my head. Back to you guys in the studio.
Christian, do me a favor. I want you to ask, because I'm intrigued, how many puppies are typically in that house on any given Thursday?
Yeah. How many puppies are in this house on any given Thursday, Lindsay?
Well, we have an incredible team. I could not do this without our team. Every one of our fosters has puppies in their own homes. But I would say in our house, we usually have anywhere between 2 to 4 puppies, and all the fosters probably have around two puppies at a time. We try to give them individual attention and pair them with similar aged puppies.
And it's a constant stream, right?
It is a constant stream. We get calls weekly.
A little play on words, they're constant stream. A little wee-wee accident earlier.
She's on Lasix for her heart, so she didn't mean to do that. But yes.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, that happens quite a bit, though. They get excited, they just kind of go.
Yes, we are kind of used to that around here.
Yeah,
Christian Garzone, thank you so much.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. I'd never leave the house, Abigail.
Nope,
never leave the house.